Hello everyone, I'm Vittorio. Welcome to another Cyberwave tutorial. So today I'm gonna set up a security camera and then I'm gonna connect it to an AI automation that will alert me if someone is not wearing a protective helmet like this one. So let's build it out. All right, so I'm gonna start from a Cyberwave environment, which is what we're looking at now. If I go here, I can just click here on the search and search for camera, and I'm gonna be prompted with all of the different cameras that are in the Cyberwave catalog. Specifically today, I'll be working with this very simple Logitech camera that I have connected here to a Raspberry Pi. So this is my setup, Raspberry Pi and camera. However, this works with any type of camera. It will work also with this IP security camera on your Mac, on your iPhone, as a camera connected to your Mac, anything. So yeah, but that's my setup. So I'm gonna look for a Logitech camera. So let's do that. Here we go. So I just click on it and I can add it, and now it's in my virtual environment. So what I want to do now is I want to connect it to my real camera that you've seen there. To do that, I just need to run one command. So let me switch. This is my terminal. I connect it to my Raspberry Pi remotely. And now I just need to run sudo cyberwave pair like this. Now I'm going to enter my Cyberwave credentials. Okay, I zoomed in a little bit. So, okay, so my Cyberwave credentials. Okay, got some feedback that was too zoomed in, so zoomed out, so I zoomed in. Got some feedback I was too zoomed out, so I zoomed in a bit. All right, so now I just need to select the Cyberwave environment I'm connecting my camera to. You see I have camera demo here, so that's what I'm gonna select here. Just gonna press enter. Now I'm gonna see a list of the twins connected to my edge device. In this case, I have the Logitech, so I'm gonna press spacebar to select it and enter again. Boom, that's everything I need to do to connect my real-life camera. So now, behind the scenes, Cyberwave is taking care of downloading all of the necessary software to run the camera. So now I can switch to live and check out the live stream as soon as everything is connecting. I see now it's in the process of going online, and now it's green, so it's giving me some feedback that it's downloading what it's needed. And here we go. So now you can see there's a live stream from my Logitech camera here. It's very fast, of course, and it's live streaming in the cloud. Okay, so now I want to make the workflow automation. How do I do that? Here, I can go back to Edit, and then I can go and click on this plus button to create a new workflow. I can create it from a template, or I can start from scratch. I'm gonna start from scratch to show you how this works. So I'm gonna call this hard hat detection. I'm gonna create and click workflow. Okay, so now I can start modeling my workflow. So let's do that. I'm gonna select the trigger. So now usually I would select the trigger like every 5 minutes or due to an alert arriving from the camera itself. But for the sake of this demo, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna keep it in manual, just so I can trigger it whatever I want during this demo. Then the second thing I wanna do is wanna grab the data from my camera. So I'm gonna go and click on data source. Then I'm gonna connect it to my trigger. And then in the data source settings here on the right, I'm gonna select twin image. Then I'm gonna select which twin I need. That's it. So now I want to run a model. So I'm gonna go here and look for cool model. I'm gonna click on it. And then I'm gonna select it. Now I can click on call model and set this up. So first things first, I need to select a model. I can pick any model that is present in the Cyberwave library. We have the best-in-class open source and proprietary models for the physical world, as well as the LLMs you know and love like GPT. So what I'm going to do today is I want to pick a VLA, so a VLM. In this case, I want to get some reasoning capabilities. So I'm going to select a classic GPT 5.5. But I can select Gemini Robotics, I could select general VLM, I could select Gemini Flash, anything I prefer. But I'm going to go with GPT 5.5 in this case. And here on the right, I can then select the prompt. So now this is important. Here I can come up with what I want. So what I want to say is analyze Okay, I gave it a relatively simple prompt, analyze the image and let me know if anybody's not wearing a protective gear like a hard hat helmet. If not, say danger and then reason. If so, say danger. If not, say green. I then want to add another input, which is the image itself, that it's getting from my data source node, and I'm getting image bytes. Now, what I'm doing, as you see, is I'm setting up a low-code workflow. Now, this workflow can be turned into Python code at any time, and it actually does so when we're going to execute it later. Okay, so now I want to add a condition. So I want to say if, I'm going to look for conditional, I'm going to select it, bring it here. Then I'm going to say if the previous node includes or contains, so if the cool model result contains what? Danger, then proceed. So in this case, if there is danger, I'm gonna send an alert. And this is going to be tied to my camera, so I can then reconstruct. It's going to be of critical severity, and it's going to be of technical category or business, actually. The name is going to be danger, and the description, I want it actually to match the result of the model. so I know why this is failing. Okay, I also want to add another node here, which is the opposite condition. So if this called model result includes green, then I'm gonna send another alert, but this time it's always tied to the camera, but this time it's just an info, and it's gonna say no danger. And again, in the description, let me connect it. In the description, I'm going to put the result. Okay, and I'm done. This is super fast. Anything I need to do is just, I need to activate this. Now let's go back to live to check our live stream here. There we go. So let's see. So let's see what happens if now I trigger this workflow manually. And again, you can imagine in an actual production environment, this being triggered by, for example, a person being in the frame. All right, and here we go. I got my danger alert in real time here. So now, let's try what happens if I actually put my hard dot on. That's probably a better way to wearing it. So you see this time, I don't see an alert here. If I go back here, it says no danger, green. So the model correctly identified the absence or presence of the hard dot here. And if I go to executions, I can see all of the times that this workflow executed and all of the details. In this case, I can see no danger. In the previous cases, I can see danger. So yeah, that was my tutorial for today. You can also always recall and see previous sessions. So you can see here, previous events, previous recordings I did for these environments, and you can also check the danger, presence of the danger, or the absence of the danger there, as defined by me in the workflow. But this will be for another tutorial. All right, Vittorio, this was a Cyberwave tutorial. Don't forget to check out cyberwave.com to sign up and check it out. Join our Discord community. Thank you a lot.